My name is Russ Horn, and I would like to show you how to modify your Fibonacci retracement tool to do what it is that you need. I have my tool set up in a very certain way, and I'll show you. This is how I have set up my Fibonacci retracement tool. Now, both sides are the same, so it doesn't matter which way I draw my tool. I get the same information on both sides. Now, I have a retracement level in the middle, and I have extensions on the outside. They're 1-to-1, 1.5-to-1, and 2-to-1 extension levels. I often get questions how to do this, because when you look at the settings, it's very confusing. You've got negative numbers, you've got +2 numbers, you've got a lot of numbers that don't seem to make a lot of sense when you are trying to set up your Fibonacci levels. So this video is going to help you do that. Now I'm going to go to a different platform, and we're going to use the default Fibonacci tool. So this is my Fibonacci retracement tool, and this is the default settings for it. Now, I don't want some of these extensions. I want to change the ones that are here, and I don't need all of the retracement tools. And again, I want to have the extensions on both sides the same, so I don't have to draw it in a certain way. Now, the very first thing you want to know is the Fibonacci tool is based on units. You have 1 unit, 2 unit, half a unit, and so on. And 1 unit is based on the beginning and the end of your Fibonacci line. So if I do this again, I'll grab my Fibonacci tool, click and drag, and this is going to be the determination of a unit. Now, 1 unit is going to be this. Anything inside of this unit is half a unit, a third of a unit, 0.618 of a unit. Anything beyond that unit is going to be 1.2, 2, 3, something like this. Now, these levels are based on numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, -1, -2, -3. So we want to establish what this is. And you get an idea of that to begin with. When you draw the default Fibonacci tool, one side is going to be marked 0, and the other side is going to be marked 100. So this is going to be the 0 level, and this is going to be the 1 level. So I've got them marked on the chart. So this is going to make this much, much easier. I'm going to want to place a 1-to-1 down here. So this is going to be 1, 0, -1. And I'm going to also want to place a 1-to-1 up here. So this is going to be 0, 1, 2. So I hope so far this is making sense. So again, I've got them marked off: 0 level, 1 level, 2 level, and -1. So if I want to put a level in between some of these, I know that this is going to be -0.5. If I want to put this level up here, this is going to be 1.5. What's in between the 1 and the 2 level? So let's get into modifying this. Now, I don't want the 23.6. I will keep these other 3 levels in here. So we're going to double click, right click, Fibo properties, and under the Fibo levels, we have the level itself, and these are the numbers that we want to change. The description is what we see tagged on the outside here. This is going to tell you what these levels are. So the first thing is this 0.236. I don't want this. So I'm going to click on it and just click delete. And I want the 0.382. I want the 0.5. I want the 0.618. I want the 1, of course, but I'm going to delete the rest of these. I don't need this one. I don't need that one. I don't need that one. So if I hit OK, we've got it minimized to just the basic now. We've got the 1 and the 0 level plus my 3 levels inside. So now I'm going to add the 2 level, and I'm going to add the -1 level. So I'll go back to the Fibo properties. I want to click add, and from here, I'm going to hit 2, and the description, I'm going to make 1-to-1. So I know that this is my 1-to-1 target. So now I'm going to hit OK so we can see what happens. So I hit OK, and we have that number 2 level printed there. Now, this isn't in exactly the right place because I was just guesstimating it, but I'm going to delete these levels now. So I'm going to delete this one. I'm going to delete this one because we can see how this is working. All right, so I'll delete this one. And this is the 2 level, and it is at 1-to-1. And we can see that at the right side of the line. So again, I'm going to go back to the Fibo properties. I'm going to add a level. It'll be -1. The description also will be 1-to-1, and I'll hit OK. And now we've got that extension to the downside. Now I do this for 1.5 and 2 as well. So I want to add a couple more levels. I'm going to add one at 2. So this is my 2-to-1 level. But I want to also add a level in here. This is going to be my 1.5 to 1. So going with these numbers, I know this level is going to be 2.5 and this one is going to be 3. And if I do the same thing below, I'll start with my 2 to 1. So I know that this is going to be -2. And if I duplicate this, I know this one is going to be -1.5, just based on these units. So we've got the 0 unit, 1, 2, 3, -1, -2, and then in between we have the decimal points. So I'm going to place those now. Add, so we'll go 2.5, and this will be my 1 to 1.5 level. All right, so I'm going to hit add again, and I'm going to do 3, and I know this is my 2 to 1 level, and I'll hit add, and I'm going to do down here now. So I'll go -2, and this is my 2 to 1 level. And one more, I'm going to add this one in between. So this is -1.5, -1.5. And again, this is my 1.5 to 1 level. So I'll hit OK. And now I've got all my different levels showing up on the chart. Again, these red lines aren't perfect simply because I was just eyeballing it. But if I delete this, we now have the Fibonacci levels exactly the way I want them. Now, there's going to be one more thing that I want to add before I let you go. I want to show you on this one here, I also have the price. I know exactly where these levels are because there is a price attached to it. So if I go back to this original one, I'll double click, add the Fibo properties. And what I've got, if I go back here, is the price is maintained inside of brackets. Now, I've done that intentionally. I've put them inside of brackets so that I don't have any confusion as far as these levels and the price go. So I'll show you how to do that. Now, the magic to this, to showing the price, is the $$. If you use the $$ in your description, it is going to add the price of the level. So when I get to the description, I'm going to just add the bracket $$ into bracket. Now I'm going to copy and I'm going to paste this into the other descriptions. Paste. All right, now that I've got them all pasted, I hit OK, and watch what happens here. I have the price added to all of these levels. Now, to make this look like the one that I use, we could do a couple of different adjustments, but at this point, this is entirely up to you to do it as you see fit. I'll just make this adjustment here so we can see exactly what those levels are. But at this point, I think you understand how this works. When I use my personal levels, I don't have any information on the inside. Generally, this 100% and the 0, I rename them to swings because that's what I'm looking for. So my 0, I'm just going to type in swing. This is either going to be a swing high or a swing low. I don't need the description for the retracement levels. And again, for 1, I'm just going to go swing. Now, and I hit OK, we should have a carbon copy of the levels that I use. Now, if you can do this, you can do anything with your Fibonacci levels. They are not as confusing as a lot of people think they are, but when you don't understand how it starts with the base, you've got units of 0 to 1, you've got a single unit between the top and the bottom, and from there, the units are counted basically. And anything in between a unit is going to be a decimal point. So you've got the pullback Fibonacci levels between 0 and 1. So of course, they're going to be 0.5, 0.382, 0.618. And then when we get to the extensions, you've got 2, 2.5, and then 3, and then -1, -1.5, and then -2. All right, I hope this video was helpful and that you're going to get some good use out of your Fibonacci levels because you can now build them exactly as you like.